Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? How are you? Good morning, online. Good morning. All right, so a very hearty welcome for everyone once again, and good to see you all back here and online as well. I think definitely for sure today there are a few people are new, right? How many of you new here? Okay, good. Okay, there are so many people are new. So guys, this is for you. We started this couple of days back. So we haven't discussed anything technically. Yes or no? Did we discuss, my old guys? No. So we haven't discussed anything technically. So on the first day, we discussed about the introduction. So we discussed about the introduction, about myself. Second day, on the first day also, we discussed about why we need to learn AWS and what is the core strategy, right? And then, and in our second class, we discuss about the introduction, little bit about the DevOps introduction, right? So don't worry, I'll be repeating all those things again. Okay, so, okay, those who are new, welcome to Naresh Shetty and welcome to my classes. And again, those who are new, you might not know about my name, right? So, of course, you know my name, right? So my name is Riaz. So people call me Riaz sir, having 18 plus years of experience. So those who want to know more about me, what they need to do? Google it, right? So if you just Google AWS by Riaz sir, you will get to know more about me, right? There are so many students, thousands of students like you. Those who completed training from me, they gave, everyone gave the feedbacks. So you just go and check. So how I'll teach and all, you'll get to know more about me. Okay. All right. And I'll just quickly go through what we have learned in our last 2 days. All right. This is for new people. Okay. So there is nothing technical we have learned. And this was my profile. You know about my profile, right? Yeah. So guys, my old people, just be patient for a few minutes. After that, we enter into the class, right? So let us welcome our new people so that they don't feel left, right? So definitely we are all together, right? Okay. Can you see from there? Can you see the screen? Okay. Or else you can come and sit if it's possible. Okay. Fine enough. Yes. So those who are joined new, as I said, you will get the recording on what you have left that missed the classes couple of days. So no problem. You just go through it. So quickly about myself, because today is a Monday, many people have joined today. So I welcome all of you guys. Welcome to Naresh Shetty and welcome to my classes. And it's really good to see. And I'm really happy and appreciate taking time and joining the classes. This shows how interested you are to learn this DevOps and AWS, correct? So that was about me, Nana. So I have 18 plus years of experience, trained 10,000 students plus, and my principle is keep it simple. What is that? KISS. Keep it simple. So I'll keep it very simple. All the difficult topics also, I'll keep it very simple. And I'm also a director for a new startup company. So I have my own company and also I'm working as a consultant for company as well. And also I am Solution Architects Associate Certified, Developer Certified, CSOP Certified, and also Solution Architect Professional Level also certified. So you don't need to worry that, sir, are you certified or not? So yes, I'm certified on all these certifications. Okay, so as I said, I'll be teaching this class from fundamentals. So in this, my experience, I have taken so many interviews for everyone, most of the people, and the problem with the candidates are they're lagging on the basics, right? So as I promised, I'll be taking you from the basics. That meaning, if you don't know anything about this AWS, if you don't know anything about DevOps, or if you don't know anything about computer also, no problem, I'll take care of it. Okay, so as I said in our last classes, those who don't know how to copy paste also, right, they are now doing jobs and then they are certified as well. So first, the thing what you need to do is you need to take the first step for the success. Yes or no? So if you want success, you need to take the first step or not? Yes. So the expectations also we have discussed in our last class that I'll be teaching from basics, fundamentals, and I'll be teaching Linux commands, AWS services, DevOps tools, and whatnot. So if you need, we will be sharing the 2 days recording that we have done. So you just go through it when you have free time. So you'll understand what we have discussed in our last 2 days class. Okay. So I'll just going to the main points. So again, the core strategy that we'll be following here in this is the duration is 4 months. How many months, Nana? How many months? 4 months. In these 4 months, first part 1, that meaning first 2 months will be completely on AWS. So our course is divided into 3 parts. Part number 1, AWS. Part number 2, DevOps. And part number 3, AWS with DevOps. So as I said before as well, this course is DevOps with AWS, but I'll be teaching you complete AWS solution architect course and also complete native DevOps tools and also how to introduce these DevOps tools in the AWS. That also will be covered. So this is full-fledged packed, full stack DevOps, including AWS inside it. Okay. So as I said, after a couple of months, part 1, once we completed this AWS, you will be ready to take the interviews and also you'll be ready to clear the certification as well. So in the second part, and part 2 and part 3 will also go for next 2 months. That will be mainly concentrating on these DevOps tools, as you know, Git, Maven, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, right? All these major Terraform, all these major tools will be covered in the part 2. And the part 3, how to apply this DevOps in AWS, I'll be covering there as well. So this covers the whole thing about AWS and DevOps. Okay, so, and these are the tools that I'll be taking care in the course of the DevOps. So if you are interested, you can go through the content, or else you can go through the recordings that I have done in a couple of days, right? Okay, all right. And which is the certification that we are planning to clear here? Solution Architect, Associate level, right? Okay, before that, online, can you please confirm, can you hear me well, please? And can you see my screen? Of course. So there are people asking, sir, how many services will you cover? How many services will you cover in AWS? As I said, whichever the services are necessary for solution architect certification. So why you are choosing solution architect certification, sir? Because 90% of the companies, they are asking for which certification? Solution architect. Yes or no? So those who know already, so they knows that this is the most asked certification, so that we will be concentrating. Whichever the services are coming in the solution architect, all those services will be covered. It will be more than 40 plus services will be covered in AWS. Okay. Who is that asked? Durga. Okay, Durga. Okay, so, and then also, do you remember we discussed about the DevOps introduction, right? So don't worry, I'll be teaching this again, DevOps introduction, when we start about the DevOps class, right? So here, when you have time, just go through my previous recording. You will be shared soon about the previous recording, and go through this, and then you will be good on that. Okay. So if you don't go through those recording also, no problem at all, because I'll be teaching this again in the DevOps class. Okay. Just ignore. Okay. So let's move on to today's topic. Online people, Voice is too low, sir. Really? My voice is low? No, right? Yeah. So do you see this online people? The two recordings that you have, just click on it, and those were the 2 days classes that we have done. So it was purely on about the introduction. So there is no technical things happen there. Okay. Also, this course is not for full stack Java developers, online people. If anyone are from Naresh IT, full stack developer, if they are attending that course and if they have been said that AWS basics are free, this is not the course for you, please. Okay, the leap. So those who are from full stack developers, full stack Java developers, full stack Python developers, you can ignore this class. Anyone here, my previous students in the online? Anyone, my previous students here? So my previous students, you can also ignore this class because for you, I'll be starting another new batch, right? DevOps only, right? So please ignore this class as well. So this class, you can ignore who are full stack Java. Kirti, you can also ignore, right? And then my previous students, you can ignore this class. Rest, this is purely AWS and DevOps, so-called DevOps with AWS course. Okay, ma? Okay. And by the way, please don't misinterpret it. Like if you are a Java student, I'm not saying that you should not learn this course. No. I'm not talking about that, right? So definitely you are required. Yes, Prasanna, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. So if you are a Java guy, you can learn this. But if you are learning full stack Java in Naresh IT might have told that these AWS basics are free for you. I'm saying this is not the free course for you. But if you are a Java student, if you want to learn this AWS and DevOps, of course you can learn. Yes, you can. Okay, ma? All right. Should we continue today's topic? So as I promised, let's go with the basics, right? Basics are super, super important. Yes or no? Basics are super important. Yeah, please come. You can sit in between. Okay. Okay, ma. So as I said, Nana, in this course, I'll be starting from the basics. When I talk about the basics, the first basics meaning literally I will be starting from the scratch, like from what is client and what is server. Okay. So if you go to any technology, it can be Java, it can be .NET, it can be AWS, it can be DevOps, it can be any technology that you go. So they will be talking about every technology need to know about what is client and what is server, because we are in the internet generation. Yes or no? So everything we are working remotely or not? Everything is we are working through remotely. So for that reason here, let's talk about what is client and what is server. Before I talk about what is client and server, except my previous students online, can you tell me in general, what is client in general? Go ahead. So as I said, my class is not very formal class. We can start discussing and we can have some fun, but just come up with some answers. What do you think about the client? What is client? Bolo. Client meaning customer. Okay. Offline. Have you heard about the word called client? What do you think about the client? Hmm? Client meaning customer, right? Client meaning the one who give the business to you. So do you think that is a client? Okay. So let's talk about this client server architecture now. What's the topic, Nana? Say that. Client server architecture. Super. So, okay, you said client meaning the business provider. That means who provides the business. Okay, now tell me, you are all there. You will be working in the IT company, right? You will be working in the companies. Are you really worried about getting the projects from the customer? You? Yes or no, Nana? Louder. Yes or no? Louder. One more. So we are not worried about from the customer those who want to give the project, because we are working technically. So that job will be taken care by the managers. So that meaning here, whatever the client that we are talking about, we are not worried about the customer here. So the client meaning here, technically we need to know what is client. So now tell me, I will be telling one example that you will be you are using that client every day in your life. So the best example of the client is the browser. What's that? So we need to learn technically or not. So we are not here interested to talk about the business or the projects and all. So here we are interested to talk technically. So let us take here, for example, browser. Everyone knows browser or not? Yes or no? Yes. So this is the browser. Okay. Can I say browser is a client, and you open the browser and typing a website called, for example, which one? Google.com. So everyone knows Nana browser. You opened your laptop, you clicked the browser and you typed what? Google.com. Hit enter. So what are you doing here? You're requesting or not? What are you requesting here? Google page. What are you requesting? Louder. What you're requesting? Google page. Yes or no? So from the browser, you are requesting a Google page. Okay. You are requesting, hey, browser, I need Google page. Now, there should be someone on the other hand who should be giving the Google page to you or not. Tell me who is that guy? Server. Super. See? Now you understand client meaning which is requesting, server meaning which is providing or responding. What? Responding. Client requesting, server responding. You're getting it? As I said, I'll keep it very simple. First, you need to understand the topic, right? So Nana here, client meaning, as I said, what client is doing? Client is requesting. Okay, question is, what it is requesting? Google. Is it only Google, Amma? No, it can be Yahoo also, it can be Facebook also, it can be anything, right? So client here, it is requesting not only Google, Facebook, anything, we call it as resource. What we call resource. Now tell me here, what client is doing? Which request a resource? Say, what is client? Which request a resource? One more time. What is a client? Fantastic. Now, if anyone asks you what is client, you can proudly say this. What is client? Which request a resource. Very good. So here resource meaning what, Nana? Resource meaning here information. Yes or no? Resource meaning here information. What information? Google information. What information? Facebook information, Yahoo information, Netflix information. Whichever the information, we call it as here resource. Now tell me what is client? Online, put in the chat what is client? Which request a resource. So as I said, I'll be injecting everything in your brains, as I told you on the first day. Right? People call me as a AWS doctor, right? So that meaning if you concentrate my class and then whenever I ask you to repeat, so say from your mouth. If you say from your mouth, everything will get registered in your brains. So offline people, you can see my eyes, right? And then I can hypnotize you. Online people, please concentrate my voice. So definitely I'll be hypnotizing. So I'm betting it. So let's sit till end of the class. Let's do. So till end of the class, I'll be teaching everything here today's class, and I'll be asking question. Every question you'll be responding. Better. Let's do that. Okay. So what I need from you here is only concentration. If you're able to understand today's class like this till end of the course, you can easily understand. The only thing I need your concentration. Ready? Let's go. Okay, Nana. So what is client? Which request a resource. What is the example of the client that we took? Browser. What is that? Browser. What is the client and as example? Browser. What is the resource that we are using here? Google. What is the resource? Google. So if someone asks you what is client, what do you say? Client which request a resource. And also there is other guy on the other hand. Who is this guy? Server. Who is this guy? Nana? Server. Can you tell me what is server based on this? Client meaning which is requesting, server meaning which is responding. Yes. Which respond to the resource. You getting it? Simple. Okay, now I'm asking again. What is a client? Which request a resource. What is server? Which respond to the resource. Yes or no? Now, if you want to listen my class, we all should be in the same network or not? So if you want to listen all so many offline people, if you want to listen me, you need to be in this room or not? Yes. So if Riya sir is here, and if you're sitting in another room where Java Baba is happening, are you interested there? Here. Here. So for that reason, we all should be in the same network or not? Okay. If the client and server wants to communicate with each other, they both should be inside the network, inside the same network. Yes. So here they both should be inside the network. Inside the network. You getting it? We'll go slowly. Aram se we'll go now. Okay? Do you understand this now? Till now? Okay, let me ask you the question again. Online, everyone put in the chat, please. What is a client? Which request a resource. What is a server? Which respond to the resource. The client and server, they both should be inside the same network. Then only they can communicate. Is it clear? Till here is clear? Slowly, step by step we'll go. Okay, online, is it CC till here? Everyone need to put CC, please. CC meaning those who are new people, cluster clear. CC meaning cluster clear. Sir, yes, we understood the meaning of it. Okay. CC who? Okay. Super CC? Yes, CC also. Okay. Nice, Abhiram. Good, Nana. Okay. So now we have learned about what is client and what is server. Please do not, in interview also, as I said in our first day class, right? I was asking this question. What is a server? You know what is the response that they give? Server is a dabba. Right? It's not a dabba, right? So server, see, literally happen in the interviews that when I ask Babu, what is server? He'll say that server, sir, server, where we connect. Okay, connection is good. What is server? You don't know server, sir. Arey, I know the server. You tell me what is server. Server, sir, dabba we connect every day, right? That is not the way that you should tell. So now we can proudly say server meaning which respond to the resource. Which respond to the resource. The client and server, they both should be inside the same network. Same network. Fantastic. Okay, Nana. Now tell me, in network, there are so many components are there or not? Can you close the door, please? In the network, there are so many components are there or not? So can you tell me few components that you know in the network? In your home also, in network? IP. Huh? Tell me, you know, in network, in your home also you have network or not? What do you have in your home? Router, Wi-Fi, DTH, okay, yeah. So all this will come under the router. And do you have printers also? Printers also will come, hub, routers, right? All these protocols, don't worry about all these things. So all this will come under what? Network only. Okay, now I'll ask a simple question that every time I ask this. Okay, let's take one thing which everyone knows. Everyone knows printer or not? Everyone knows printer. Tell me, Chiti, printer is a client or server? Client or server? Server. Why? It is responding. You are giving the printer and it is giving the papers. That's why you are saying the server. Okay. Hub is a client or server? Difficult. Firewall is a client or server? Difficult, right? And switch is a client or server. It's difficult to know each and every component is a client or server or not. It's very difficult for us to understand, right? Simply what I say is here, in network, don't call as this is client to this is server, this is client to this is server. Just call all the components as devices. What is that? What is that called? Devices. Now, in the network, what we have? Devices. These devices can be either client or server. Devices can be either client or server. So do not give option to the front guy that, what is hub? Hub is a client or server. You should say hub is a device in the network. If it is requesting, that is client. If it is responding, that is server. Just it's simple as that. Now tell me, in the network, all the components are called devices. Devices can be either client or a server. Devices can be either client or server. In network, we have what in a devices, what we call devices. Okay. As I said, these are the basics. Let me ask you one basic question. Everyone, online people, I know experienced people are also there. Now we know what is client, what is server. Can you tell me, we have different types of client server architectures are there. Can you tell me how many client server architectures are there? Basics, Online client server architectures. My old students, they know. Hey, Naviram, right? So there are few people, if you are my old, okay. So there are three types of client server architectures are there. How many, Nana? Louder, how many? Three types of client server. Number one tier. Say that. Second one, see, you know, right? Two tier. Next, you know, right? So one tier, two tier, three tier. Chapandi. One tier, two tier, three tier. So how many types of architectures are there? Mainly three types. What are those, Nana? Number one is one tier. Number two is two tier. Number three is three tier. So we need to know one tier, two tier, three tier or not. So let us talk about which one is the first one? One tier architecture. Let's talk about one tier architecture. One tier architecture. Okay, ma. See here. In how many tiers? How many tiers are there here? One tier. That meaning how many layers are there? One layer. How many layers are there? One layer. What is the meaning of here? One tier. Let's talk about one tier here. Let's take for example. What is your name? Your name? Suresh. Okay, I'll take your name. Okay. Assume this is Suresh's laptop. Okay. I try my best. Okay. Laptop, no? Suresh, what laptop you have? Dell. Okay. Okay. Assume that we have our friend here, Suresh. Assume he is a developer. Who is he? Who is developer? Who develops the code? Who is a developer? Who develops the code? Okay, Suresh is our developer here. So what Suresh did was, he logged into his laptop and he, Roxy, remember Roxy? Huh? How can you forget Roxy? Huh? I know. And do you forget the other girl? Who is that other girl? Maria. Nice. Okay, nice. Online. Good. Okay, so whatever Suresh did was, Suresh has developed, he logged into his laptop and he developed a nice website, Nana. What he developed a nice website. Where? In his laptop, outside the laptop? Inside the laptop. So now the website is working inside the laptop, outside the laptop? Inside. So anything which is working inside the laptop, we call it as local host. Say that, Nana. One more time. Or we call it as local machine. Say that. These two words are very important till the end of the course. Okay. So what is that? Local host. Say that. Local host. That meaning if your website is working, which is inside your laptop, where is website hosted? Hosted meaning deployment. So where your website is hosted, inside the laptop or somewhere? Inside the laptop. Your website is hosted inside the laptop and it is working only inside your laptop, right? Now tell me, you open the browser inside your laptop only and you are accessing it, your website. You are accessing it. So the laptop itself is a client. The laptop itself is a server. Yes or no? Agree? Where is your website? Inside your laptop. Where is your browser? inside your laptop. So the laptop itself is acting as a client and the laptop itself is acting as a server. How many layers are there? One layer. So Nana, if this device, any device which is acting as a client or which is acting as a server, and we call it this here one-tier architecture. What is that? Now tell me, the website is working inside the laptop or outside the laptop? So anyone can connect from outside? No. No one can able to connect from outside. So if you have this kind of architecture, we call it as which type of architecture is this? One-tier architecture. That meaning you are solo buy. Understood? That meaning you have your machine. In that machine only, you are the one who developed the website. You are the one who hosted inside the laptop, and you are the one who is the only accessing the website. Is that good? If we have these kind of things, correct, Ek Niranjan type, right? So if you have this kind of things, what type of architecture is called? One-tier architecture. Okay, see, listen carefully. In one-tier architecture, how many layers are there? One layer. So in one layer, the client itself is the device itself is a client. The same device itself is a server. Tell me, is it good to have this kind of setup in companies? Louder. Online people? Yes or no, everyone? Answer is pakka no. Why? What's the problem? What's the problem? Clients are inside or outside? Outside. Clients are inside or outside? Generally outside. But here in this environment, the client is inside. So generally our clients will need to be accessing from outside the internet, right? But you are not hosted for outside. It's no accessible for others. Is it good for your actual real-time environment? No. For that reason, this one-tier architecture is dead. We are not using this at all. What is the purpose, Suresh? Suresh, you have set up your own website inside and you are the one who is accessing it. Anyone can access from outside? No. Then what is the purpose of this one-tier architecture? No, right? So that reason we are not using this one-tier architecture at all. Just in case. Pusukku, if that Suresh laptop got crashed, your website is gone or not? No, website is gone or not? Your whatever that you have inside the machine, everything is gone or not? Just imagine in the companies also we have only one machine and you have set up the website there, database there, everything inside the same machine. Just in case if that machine goes down, everything is gone or not? Single point of failure or not? What is the wording I'm using here? Single point of failure. Single point of failure meaning what? You have only one server. If you have only one server, if that goes down, everything is gone. So the problem is here, keeping the client server in the same machine. Now what we need to do? Separate. What we need to do? Louder. What we need to do? Separate. Online, put it. What we need to do? We need to separate. What we need to separate? Client. What we need to separate? Server. The problem here in one-tier architecture is they both, client and server, they both are in the same machine. Now what we do? Separate. If you separate, how many layers it will form? 2 layers, and that is called two-tier architecture. In two-tier architecture, how many layers are there, Chitti? 2 layers. What are those? Client layer, server layer. See, you're coming to the point slowly. What are the 2 layers that you have? Client layer, server layer. Okay, let's talk. So we have 2 layers. We call it as client layer and we call it as here a server layer. Super. Okay, so now client meaning what is the example that we took as a client? Browser. Yes or no? No. So this is a client. So in the client layer, we have only one browser or multiple browsers will be accessing it? Multiple browsers. So I'll have multiple things here. You should be very good in the fundamentals now. Okay. So assume that we have these many browsers. Okay. So this is client layer. What is this? This is called client layer. And what is another one what we have here? Server. So server name, we need to have a big server here or not? Listen carefully from here. So this is the server. If you take a server or a laptop or any machine, what is there in the bottom? What is there in the bottom? So guys, in the bottom, we have what? Hardware. Say that. What we have in the bottom? Hardware. On top of the hardware, what we have? OS. Okay, what is that? OS. I will not stop saying this joke every time for every batch, right? Because whenever I take the OS word, my heart will running very fast. You know, should I tell you the reason that has happened in my college days? Should I? Okay. What happened is one day, myself and my friend, we are also last bench, okay? We are sitting in the last bench, and my friend said, Mama, OS is coming, OS is coming. I said, OS meaning Linux, Windows, I asked. No, Nama, you wait and see. OS will come. Came, done. Now he asked me, did you saw OS? I said, no. See, she's sitting in the first bench. She, that means girl, Mama. Yes, Re. Why you are calling OS? Her name is Ontari Sunita, OS shortcut. So when in my college days, we always say her OS. And then one day she banged me a lot when I called OS. So that's the reason I'm a little bit scared to call it as OS. That's why I share all these things to you. Okay, fine. Online people, I don't mind if you put smiley symbols, okay? Don't laugh yourself. Make other also people laugh by your smileys, right? Yeah. Fine. So, okay. And okay, search in the name in that Insta. Yeah, you can. But don't ask her to join my class, okay? Don't give the links. Ganesh. Okay, I like this. So I want my class to be like this. Okay, I want you guys to keep on smiling and then be active, energetic. Then only we can learn all the topics easily, right? Good, Nana. Okay, so what is again? So if we take a server, what is there in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, I'll say it as operating system. Okay. Okay. On the bottom, what we have? Hardware. On top of it, what we have? Operating system. Okay. So I write it here. Hardware. On top of it here, operating system. Okay. Now, on top of the operating system, what we have? We have the applications or not? We have the application. So this application can be developed in any language or not? Can you tell me few languages that you know applications can be developed in? Java, .NET, Python, etc. It can be anything or not? Hey, Oracle is Zakir, it's a database, okay? Now, application might be developed in any kind of language. It can be Java, .NET, Python, Node.js, React.js, whatever. There are so many things are there, right? Okay, now, all these things need to get connected to the backend database or not? Yes. So what we have in the machine, I also have a database. So these applications are getting connected to whom, Nana? This application is getting connected to the database. See, slowly architecting I'm showing. Application needed. Without database, application will work? No. So there are two types of application, GT. One is static website and dynamic website. What is that? Static website, dynamic website. Static website meaning where it doesn't contain any database in the backend. Dynamic website meaning what? Which contain the database. Simple. Keep it simple. Understood? Static website, dynamic website. Static website meaning which doesn't have any database. Dynamic website meaning which has a database. That is why we call it as dynamic. Dynamic meaning where it is getting connected to the database and getting the data. Okay. So now tell me this, what I have here is static or dynamic? Dynamic. Because what we have, because we have a database here. Good. Okay. Applications are getting connected to the database. And all these guys, all these browsers will be connecting to the server or not? Okay, all these are getting connected to this server. Nice. Okay, all these browsers are getting connected to this. Super. All these are connected to this server and server is responding to those clients. Yes or no? No. Okay. Okay. As this is a server, it has how much GB RAM, for example? How much GB RAM? 4 GB RAM. How many CPUs it has? 2 CPUs. And how much hard disk, for example, it has? 100 GB hard disk. This is the capacity of the server. What is it, Nana? This is the capacity of the server. So all the browsers, all the clients are getting connected to this server and server is respond to the client. Yes or no? Now what happens is, now tell me, you are all connecting to the application, to the server. Who is responding here? Application or not? You, all these browsers are talking to the application, or all these browsers are talking to the database? Application. So as application is more commonly used, application will give a dhamki to server. Operating system will give a dhamki to server. Operating system, basically. Hey, operating system, please allocate me 2 GB RAM. How much GB RAM? Because application says that, hey, operating system, you have 4 GB, no? So give me allocate some RAM to me. That means allocate some memory to me, because clients are talking to me. I need to have more energy, more power to talk to the clients. For that reason, allocate me how much GB RAM? 2 GB RAM. Allocate me 2 GB RAM. When application is talking to operating system, there is another guy who is also staring at operating system. Who? Database. Database is also staring at operating system, and operating system asks, hey, kya hua re? What happened? Database, what happened? See, I am the database, right? I have a lot of data. I also need to work or not? If I'm not working, application will work. No. So application database is also saying, hey, operating system, I also need how much GB RAM? 2 GB RAM. Two bhayanak dhamki given to the operating system. Application gave dhamki to operating system. Database also gave the dhamki to operating system. Dhamki meaning those who don't know, guys, in the warning. Okay, warning. So now, what operating system will do? Operating system will think, and then what happened? So guys, application you took 2 GB, database you also take 2 GB. What operating system will have? How much GB RAM operating system has now here? 4 GB RAM. If 2 GB RAM given to application, 2 GB RAM given to the database, what operating system will have? 0. If the operating system has 0, what will happen? Server crash. See here. Now what happens is here. So whenever, one second, guys. Mm. 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 Okay. 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 Thanks. All right. So offline, remind me, I need to see this announcement later. बाद में याद दिलाओ. Okay, Nana. So coming to the topic. So here application and database. Now what is happening inside the server? Application is saying to the operating system, hey, I need how much GB? 2 GB. Database is also giving dhamki to operating system. I also need 2 GB. Reverse operating system also giving dhamki to application database that I also need something GB here. Otherwise I cannot work. So what is happening, Nana? Here, what is happening? Fight is happening. What is happening? Fight. Now tell me, if they are fighting with each other in the server, who is the most affected person here? Who is the most affected person? Online? Who is that? Who is the most affected person here? Client. Who is the most affected person? Client. Because here clients are asking, Arey Babu, give me the application. And application is busy fighting with database. Yes or no? You're getting it. So all the clients are connecting to the servers and server is not responding. That means application is not responding because they are busy with fighting with each other. Fighting on what? For what? Fighting for RAM. Fighting for capacity. Or is that fighting for capacity? Yes or no? Fighting for capacity. Now tell me, if they're fighting for the capacity, the most affected person here is the client. So can you tell me over here, what client will feel? What client will say? Client say server crash. Can you tell me few words that client will say? You're also client, right? Sometimes your application not responding. What is the words that you say? Tell me. Server crash, server down, server error. I want all these names. Tell me. Slowness. Okay. Server hang. Server gone. Yeah. Normal words. Not responding. Server not responding. Little bit professional. Server busy. Okay. Unreachable. If some people good in communication. Also say bad performance. Yes or no? So like this, if you keep on, if you keep on writing it, so these are all the common words that we say. Yes or no? Every time in your life, guys, some other time in your life, you have used this server down. Yes or no? Can you tell me where is the place, common place that you say server down? Bank. Which bank? Okay, I will not be taking that name here. On the day of results also, right? Yes or no? Okay, that's the best example you said. So when your results got announced, right? So you'll be opening the URL, right? And for some people it works, for some people it will not work. Why? They are busy in the backend for fighting for the capacity. Fighting for the capacity. If the capacity is not there, can it respond to the clients? No. So every time, guys, every time what you get is you will be using these words, right? You'll be using those. Now you understand what is the reason behind it? The reason behind is here fighting for what? Capacity. Fighting for the capacity. Can you tell me here, what will you do to increase the performance based on your knowledge? Simple. Guys, whatever you get in your mind, just throw it off. Okay? But I'll be telling that is correct or wrong. But the only thing is you need to speak up. You need to respond. So my course will help you to little bit of personal development also will be helpful, because here I'll be helping you to speak up. That is wrong also, right also, no problem. But you need to speak up. So if you speak up here in interviews also, the same thing they will be followed, right? So now tell me, what do you feel? So what you need to increase the capacity or not? Yes, you need to increase the capacity. Increasing the capacity is also one method. There is also another method that we'll be learning slowly. But as per now today's knowledge, what you are getting, you are increasing the capacity here. So think here, application is like a Tom. What is that? Application is like a Tom. Database is like a Jerry. Now tell me, is it good to keep Tom and Jerry in the same room? Is it good to keep, Suresh? Is it good to keep Tom and Jerry in the same room? What will happen? Fight will happen. Yes or no? Is it good to keep application database in the same machine? No. Is it good to keep application database in the same machine? No. What will happen? Fight will happen. What will you do now? Separate. What we do now? Separate. So what we have already, one layer is there, client layer. Now you are separating application and then database. Now if you separate, how many layers it will form? 3 layers. What are those layers? Client layer, application layer, database layer. And that 3 layers we call it as 3-tier architecture. Let's talk about it soon. But before I do, here I need to ask one question. Now, this 2-tier architecture is secure or not secure? Secure or not secure? Online? No? This 2-tier architecture is secure or not secure? Okay. So some people are saying secure, some people are saying not secure, right? So let me give one small example. Assume that there is a home, there is a house. And then what these people did, they put gold, jewelry, everything, cash and everything in one place. Now thief came. What will happen? All gone or not? I buy. It's gone. Everything is gone. Why everything is gone? What's the reason? They kept everything at a same place. Just in case, if you follow our grandma technique, what is the grandma? Chawal mein, huh? Right? Chawal mein rakho, dabbe mein rakho. Kya bhai? I mean, sorry, I'm using my Hyderabadi language, right? So many of our grandma's methods are super. That secure method or not? What she did? Separate. What she did? Separate. We also use the same method here also in IT industry. What we do? Separate. So Nana, it is not. Yeah. Takiya ke niche, right? Yeah. Yeah. Dabba in. Okay. Fine. So I think. Okay. So as I said, it's not at all good to keep application and database also inside the same machine. What if we keep application and database in the same machine? Let's in get Pusukku some hacker hacked. Some hacker hacked. Tell me, if the hacker hacked this machine, application gone or not? Application meaning what? Suresh, our Suresh here, what he did, day and night, he sat in front of his laptop and he wrote that Java, Bava coding. Coding. It took so many months to do the coding. And this Suresh has developed that code and he has given to you. And what you did? You put it into the server. And inside the server, you also put what? Database. Some hacker came, Pusuk, log into that server. Whatever he has coded for 6 months, entire code is gone or not? And all the database is there all the data is there inside the database. That data is also gone or not? Is it secure? Now you understand the reason. Now tell me, is it recommended to keep application database on the same machine? It is not recommended to have application and database in same machine. What we need to do, Nana? Separate. What we need to do? Separate. Before separating, I want to ask one thing here. Is it good? Is this two-tier architecture is good for production environment? Okay, now question here is, do you know what is production environment? Yes or no? Straightforward, yes, no. No, if say no, I'm happy because I will be teaching all these things for you. Okay, say no. Thank you. Okay, so if you say no, I need to talk about this environment. Let me give one small example. Let us take our another friend. What is the name? Ganesh. Singular, no? Okay. Okay, fine. So let us take our friend here, Ganesh. Okay. So this is Ganesh mobile. Okay, this is Ganesh mobile. Tell me, Ganesh, what are you watching in mobile? I mean, what are you playing in mobile? PUBG, yeah? Okay, let's take PUBG. PUBG, re? Okay. So, PUBG. Okay. So, what he did, Ganesh, he opened his mobile and what is his favorite game to play? PUBG. So, he opened the PUBG and then he's playing. As little bit technical that you know today, can you tell me, Nana? So, whenever you open the PUBG application in his mobile, it will get connected back into the server or not? That we know, right? So this is getting connected to the server in the backend. And server is responding to our Ganesh or not? Yes. Which server is this? This is called PUBG server. Which server? PUBG server. No, this client, our Ganesh is a client or not? Client or customer. So client, our Ganesh is client or customer who is accessing PUBG and the PUBG is getting connected to the server in the backend. And whichever the server the customer is directly talking to is called production environment. What is that? Environment. Say that. What is that? Production environment. Or you can call it as a live environment. What is that? Live environment. There are so many names, but people call it as mainly production. Production environment meaning which are customers are directly accessing that environment. Customers are directly accessing that environment. Okay, now tell me, Ganeshu, what is the gun that you use? M14. M14. Okay. So assume that scope karo. Okay. Back side by side. Hey, no, sorry. Okay, sorry. So here we have production environment. Okay. So what he did is his favorite gun is M14. He's using M14 and doing dushum. Okay. Now tell me, this PUBG is developed by developer only, right? Who is our developer? Suresh is our developer. Suresh is sitting here. Suresh. Now Suresh got a requirement that M14 is not sufficient. I need bigger gun. Tell me, bigger gun. AK-47 we know. AWM. I don't know. AWM. This. Do you believe I have never played PUBG till now? What happens is one day. Yeah. Yeah. See. So what happened is here. One day I was in my sister's home. And in the midnight 12 o'clock, all of a sudden, I'm getting very bad screams. That mujhe maro, I'm dying, something very. And I got up and slowly went in the hall, right? My sister's son, he's shouting and he has a blanket on his top of his head. I was thinking he's having nightmare, maybe bad dream. I was going and consoling him, right? It's okay. When I just put the blanket down and he was seeing in the mobile and playing, I said, hey, you said you were dying? No, mama, in mobile I'm playing PUBG. So I gave him a very big slap, right? So, yeah. So here AWM, assume that AWM is the new gun that our Suresh is developing. Suresh will be developing, where he'll develop? He'll be developing in which environment? Dev environment. Say that. Development environment. Dev environment meaning what, Nana, here? Development environment. Good. Dev environment meaning development environment. So now tell me, Suresh has developed that AWM new gun in which environment? Development. So can you tell me, can he put directly the code to the production environment? Answer is no. Why? So just in case if something goes wrong, so entire the production server will go wrong or not, down or not. If our production server is down, so our clients will be able to connect to the PUBG? No. So is it good directly go and deploy the application onto the production server? No. What we need to do first? Test. What we need to do? Test. So this we call it as test environment. Say that, Nana? Test environment. Test environment. So in the test environment, all these testers, what they do, they'll test the entire code. So they will say that, yeah, company production server. Yes, Bunny, Mandir. So what they do is, first they will develop the code in dev environment and they will put it into which environment, Nana? Test environment. Once the testing is complete, will they directly put it here? No. So what we do is here, next here we have something called pre-prod environment. Say that. Pre-prod. Directly also we can put. So here also we have something called pre-prod environment. Pre-prod meaning pre-production. Which one? Pre-production. Pre-production meaning here, customer will be actually testing the application. Who is testing the application here? Customer. In the test environment, who is testing? Our employees are testing. Our testing team will be testing. Once the testing is done, so directly they'll put it into the pre-prod environment and they'll ask, hey, customer, you go and test it. If customer says okay, then we will go and deploy into the production environment. Then only, guys, you are till now all this, did PUBG ever down? So many times, huh? So what is the reason behind it? This is the reason. So if it is not down any application, so that means they have the nice process like this. So now you understand the different types of environments. Tell me what are the different type of environments that you know here? Dev environment, say that. Dev environment, test environment, pre-prod, prod. One more time. Dev environment, test environment, pre-prod, prod. So if I ask you a question like this, which is the environment which developer will develop? Dev environment. Which is the environment tester test the code? Test environment. Which is the environment customer will test the code, test the application? Pre-prod. Which is the environment customers are directly connecting? Prod. You understood? Now tell me this two-tier architecture is good to directly deploy under prod? No way. So is it good to have this two-tier architecture in production environment? No. So because what is the problem? How many servers are there here? Only one server. And that too mainly this application and database, they both are sitting in the same machine. If you both are sitting in the same machine, anytime if application go down, database go down, your application is completely down. So now tell me, is it good to keep two-tier architecture in production environment or not? Answer is no. Big no for prod. What will you do now? Separate. What we do now, Nana? Separate. What we do now? Separate. So let's separate. If we separate, how many layers it will form? 3 layers. What are those? Fantastic. Fantastic. Three-tier architecture. In three-tier architecture, we have how many layers it is? 3 layers. Number 1, what is that? Client. Do we need to worry about the client layer? No need, because customers are connecting, right? So we just need to, no need to worry about the client layer. And what is the next thing here? Application layer. Application layer. And next one? Database layer. These are super important because you will be also call it as architects or not. After this course, you can also apply for AWS solution architect roles also, cloud engineer also, cloud architects also. For every role I'll be covering inside this. Okay, so it is a jackpot for you guys. So everything in one course. Fine. So we have 3 layers. Can you tell me what are the 3 layers again? Client layer, application layer, database layer. Do we need to worry about the client layer here? No. So what we have in the client, all the browsers will be connected. So let us take this. Okay. So we have the client. And what we have in the application here, we have a server. And here we have what server? Database. What server is this, Nana? What server is this? Application server. What server is this? Database server. And both are separated, no? And how much GB RAM it has? 4 GB RAM. 4 GB RAM. And this also has 4 GB RAM. Okay. And if you take the applications, what is there in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, operating system. Nice. So here we have hardware. Here also hardware. On top of it, operating system. Operating system. So here on top of it, what we have here? Application. So this application can be developed in any language or not? Can you tell me a few languages that you know? Java, .NET, Python, etc. And what server is this? This is a database. Can you tell me one example of database that you know? Oracle. In example, that is one of the example. MySQL, there are so many things. Here also we can write so many. Okay, fine. So now what happens? All the customers, that all the clients are getting connected to whom? Application server. All the clients are connected to application server. Okay, now let me ask you one interview question for you. What is application server? See, we are learning, but suddenly if interviewer asks what is application server, what will you say? Sir, server application inside. What do you say? What is application server? Simple, Anna. I'll keep it simple. See, application server meaning the server where the application has hosted is called application server. The server where the application is hosted. Hosted meaning putting or deploying it, right? So tell me now, what is the application server? I'm writing here. Tell me what is application server? The server which has application hosted is called what? Application server. Super. Tell me Nana again, what is application server? The server which has application hosted. Without saying, tell me what is application server? The server which has application hosted is called application server. What is database server? Exactly. What is database server? The server which has database installed, or the server where the data is stored is called what? Database server. These are all interview questions, especially for freshers. Okay. Then all the clients are connected to whom? Application server or not? All the clients are connected to the application server, and application server is getting connected to database server. And database also responding to application server. Now tell me, question for you. In the entire network, what we have? We have devices. What we have? Devices. So in network, we have the components. What are the components called? Devices. Can you tell me two devices communicate with each other in the network with what? With what is that? IP address. Fantastic. Or, okay, let's take an example. Let's take your name. Akash. So I have our friend here, Akash. Now I ask. So assume that there are so many Akash here in our offline, right? I say, Akash, get up. So now, how many people get up? Many people will get up or not? Now I'm saying, no, not that Akash. Oh, your initial? Surname, huh? Rathod. Oh, very good. R. Akash R. So get up. Akash R, you get up. And again, multiple people get up. So now I'm not saying that with Akash, I can have multiple names or not. Now I'm taking Akash Aadhaar card number. And I'm asking for, hey, Akash, who is having this Aadhaar card number? Get up. Now, how many people get up? Only one. So I can identify Akash as two ways. Number one with the name, and number two is with the Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar card number is unique or not? Here also, as we have Akash, two things we can identify for devices, that meaning devices that can be client also, that can be server. So devices can be identified with the two things. What? With the IP address and host name. Say that. IP address and host name. IP address is similar to your Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar card number is unique or not? Here also IP address is unique. And here we have name called Akash or not? Here also the device name is called host name. Name of the server, we call it as host name. Now tell me, Nana, devices communicate with each other in the network using what? IP address and host name. Fantastic. These are all interview questions. Say that here one more time. Devices communicate with each other in the network. With what? With IP and host name. What is IP address? What is IP? Okay, first, full form of IP. Internet protocol. IP meaning internet protocol. So what is IP? Don't say internet protocol, we already wrote. I'm not asking full form. What is the definition of IP? IP is a unique identifier for a device in the network. In the network, what we have? Devices. How do we identify devices? Using IP address. IP address unique can be duplicated. Unique. So if someone asks you what is IP address, what is IP is a unique identifier for a device in the network. Say that, what is IP address? Unique identifier for a device in the network. One more time. Unique identifier for a device in the network. In the network, so many devices are there. How do we uniquely identify each device? Using the IP address. So IP address meaning, tell me. IP is a unique identifier for a device in the network. What is host name, Nana? Name of the server. What is host name? Name of the server. Host name is equal to name of the server. These are all interview questions. Host name. Again, question for you. Can you tell me what is application server? Everyone. What is application server? The server which has application hosted is called application server. What is database server? The server which has database installed, or the server which stores the data is called database server. And now tell me, devices communicate with each other with what? IP address and host name. What is IP address? Unique identifier for a device in the network. What is the full form of IP? Internet protocol. What is the host name? Name of the server. You getting it? Online, is this clear today? Till here, everyone? CC? Non-IT? Non-IT people, you can put NCC. Proud CC, yeah? Okay. Everyone are unique here. I'm telling you, every student here in the class is unique. Some new ideas will come, right? And CC also, I have got it from one of your student only. Not this batch, starting batches. They say, right, sir, instead of writing cluster clear, he wrote what? CC. Then I got that. Oh, CC is very nice. Everyone easily can put CC, right? Yeah. Good one, Nana. Okay. Now I'm asking one bhayanak question to you. Sweetie batch. Yeah. There is no sweetie in this batch. Okay. Fine. Let me ask you one bhayanak question. Nana, all the clients are connected to application server, right? And then application server is getting connected to database server. Yes or no? My question for you here is, yes, Abhiram, I know. My question here is, this application server should be in public network or private network? Think and answer. Online, everyone. Think. Ganesha. Suresha. Mostly public. Okay, right. Good answer. Okay, so public. So if you make this application, what does that application server contain inside it? What does the application contain? Code, yes or no? So it contains the code. Now you are making this application server public. That meaning anyone can hack this machine and take the code or not? Then how are you exposing this application server to public? Now tell me, application server should be in public or private? Now you switch it. Private. Which one? Private. Okay. If you make the application server private, can customers can connect to the private server from internet? No. Private network means it's like your bedroom. Can anyone come directly to your bedroom? No, right? Sir, what is this? We cannot make application server in public. We cannot also make application server private. How, sir? You're getting it? You're getting the architecting. Online people, can anyone answer for this? Except my old guys. You understand how much important the basics are? Right? When I say about these basics, these are all not real basics. For experienced people also, these are all new things. Let me ask these questions after some time. Okay, so let me answer this question for you. Guys, definitely you need to keep your application server private. Database server, there is no other choice. Database server also should be in the Private. Sir, if you keep application server in private, how come our customers from internet, these are all from where? Internet can connect to the application server which is in private? They cannot connect it. For that reason, let me introduce the powerful guy here in front of it. And I name this guy as a web server. Say that. Have you heard about it at least? Name, what is that? Say that. Wordings, web server. Say that. Web server. So web server. This web server, I'll make it as which one? Public. You know what is the job of the web server? The main simple job is, assume, here I'm the web server. Our Suresh is application server. Our Ganesh is database server. And all these are all your all customers. So customers all will connect to whom? Web server. So I'll take all the requests from internet, from client. And what I do simply, Suresh, take it. So Suresh is whom here? Application server. So what the web server will do? Web server takes the request from the clients and redirect to application server. Application server will again talk to database server. What is the job of the web server, Nana? Tell me. Web server. What the web server will do? Which takes the request, say that. Which takes the request from clients and redirect to application server. Simple. Keep it simple. So can you tell me what is web server? Which takes the request from clients and redirect to application server. Now tell me, Nana, your application should be in public or private? Remember that application server should be always in which network? Private network, not public network. You understood it? So what our web server do? Web server simply, I'll write, takes the request and the request from clients and redirect to the application server. Simple. So all the clients will talk to whom first? Web server. Web server will talk to application server. Application server will talk to database server. So every server will have its own IP address and then host name. Here also IP address and then host name. So guys, and all these things are called which layer? Which architecture? 3-tier architecture. Sir, you said 3-tier architecture, but how many you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 4 layer? 4-tier architecture? No, I call it as entire architecture. Say that. Entire architecture. Entire architecture meaning in between you can put any type of layer also based on our security. Is it clear? Understood, Nana? Online, is it clear? Now see here, experienced people. I want experienced people to answer now. Experienced people, isn't it important to know all these things or not? 100 to 100%. Yes or no? Let me ask experienced people. Do you see? These are all super important. Without knowing all these things, you cannot architect, cannot do anything in AWS and DevOps. For that reason, I say these are all basic, but actually these are not basic. These are all the topics only, but I call it as basics, fundamentals. Okay, Nana? Understood everyone here? Okay. So let me take a couple of. I'll show you. I'll take time. I'll give time. So let me ask you a few questions now. Online, don't leave the class until I say. Okay. Today, what we have discussed? Client server architecture. Ready? Shootout round? Ready. What is client? Which request a resource. What is server? Which respond to the resource. Online, put it in the chat, Nana. What is a client? Which request a resource. What is server? Which respond to that resource. The client and server, they both should be inside the same network. In the network, there are so many components are there. All those components are called devices. These devices can be either client or a server. How many types of client server architectures are there? 3 types. What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. Everyone, okay? So 1 tier, in 1 tier, how many layers are there? 1 layer. So in the 1 layer, that meaning the device itself will act as a client and the same device itself will act as a server. Is it good to keep client and server in the same machine? No. So this 1 tier architecture is dead. Are we using 1 tier architecture? No. So the problem with 1 tier architecture is keeping the client and server in the same device. What we do now? Separate. What we do now? Separate. If we separate, how many layers it will form? 2 layers. What are the 2 layers? Client layer, server layer. What is this architecture called? 2 tier architecture. Do we need to worry about the client layer? No. So in the server layer, what you have in the bottom? Hardware, top of it. Operating system, on top of it. Application and database. Is it recommended to keep application database on the same machine? No. What will happen if you keep on the same machine? Fight. Fight meaning what is the end result? Bad performance. What is that? Bad performance. Is it recommended to keep application database in the same machine? Is it good to keep Tom and Jerry in the same room? No. What we need to do? Separate. So before we separating it, do you recommend this 2 tier architecture for the production environment? No. So do you know the different types of environments? Can you tell me few environments? Dev environment, test environment, pre-prod, prod. Which is the environment developer develops? Development. Which is the environment tester test? Test. Which is the environment customer test? Pre-prod. Which is the environment customer is using directly? Prod. Is it good to keep 2 tier architecture here? No. What we need to? We need to separate. If you separate, how many layers it will form? 3 layers. What are those? Client layer, application layer, database layer. So in what is application server? The server which has application hosted is called application server. What is database server? The server which has the database installed or where the data is stored is called database server. Devices communicate with each other with what? IP address and host name. What is the full form of IP address? Internet protocol. So what is the definition of IP address? IP is a unique identifier for a device in the network. What is the host name? Name of the server. Is it recommended to keep application server in the public network or private network? Private. But if you keep it private, customers can connect directly? No. What you need to have in between? Web server. What is web server? Which takes the request and redirect to the application server. Is it clear now? Now I'm saying injected everyone. As I said, do not do the revision. Do not forget everything. Tomorrow morning, I'll ask the same questions. 100% you will be able to repeat it. Let's try. Don't revise it. Okay? Fantastic, Nana. All right. So now, any questions? Before you're asking questions, online people, don't leave the class until I say there is one new announcement. Guys, dear students, we are happy to announce the new batches will start. So data science, full stack data science with generative AI, 9 o'clock will be started by the Omkar on 18 December. I'm saying this is maybe if your friends are interested. So Naresh IT has released a new batches. So if they are interested, they go for it. Java real-time project 8:30 by Mr. Wali, database, full stack Python, right? And then DevSecOps tools, DevOps and SRE, 8 p.m. Right, and then UI, these are all in Amirpet. In KPHP, UI full stack with React.js, 7 o'clock by Durga Prasad. Full stack Python in KPHP at 4 p.m. Full stack Java, KPHP at 9 a.m. Power BI, KPHP at 6 p.m. Oracle, KPHP at 7:30 a.m. and HTML, CSS, JavaScript, KPHP at 2 p.m. by respective trainers. So if you are interested, go and if you are interested or your friends are interested, ask them to join their classes. Okay, that was the announcement that I got today. Zakir, you are true certified AWS doctor. Thank you. Okay. Like learning ABCD in LKG. Very good. Nice. Because 7 years. Yes, we can do that. Nana, is this clear? Without plain, you inject. Yes, I just said every day I'll be injecting like this only. So you just travel with me for a few days. We still demo classes are running, right? So Tomorrow, what we do? Tomorrow is very interesting topic for you. Should I just give you one small hint? What is tomorrow's topic? Guys, everyone, listen this. Here we'll talk about that also. Here, Hussein, that ECS, EKS also we'll be discussing here. Listen this. Clients will be connected to the server. Yes or no? Clients will be connected to the server. You have opened a browser. Tell me honestly, you opened a browser and you typed google.com. You typed what? Google.com. You enter google.com. Have you ever thought what is happening in the backend? Have you ever thought before coming to Google in your browser, what was happening in the backend? Have you ever thought about it? No. So what we know is you type google.com. If you hit enter, if Google is not coming immediately, what will say? Google is slow, that is so, is key dash, 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 all that. But as a technical engineer, you should know what is happening in the backend or not. Because today it is Google. Tomorrow you join some company, or your customer is accessing your application. He will also say, this. Because as you need to handle the application, you should know what is happening in the backend or not. Tomorrow we'll be talking about that, what is happening in the backend, what all the networking concept is included, because these are all required for troubleshooting purpose. Tomorrow will be super class, don't miss it. Okay. So online, can you give me the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. And I'll be taking all your questions tomorrow also. Don't worry. CC with smile is important, please. Course duration is 4 months. Super. And tomorrow we have a wonderful topic waiting for you. Do not miss the class online, people. Be on time. Okay. Prasanna, you will get to know automatically. Okay. So that is all for today. Let's connect tomorrow with the next wonderful, beautiful topic. Until then, take care. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Don't miss the class. Please be on time. Bye-bye.